welcome. This is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and children's health. Please stay tuned with us. We will soon be back. The woman's fortune is curiously tied up with the good health and well-being of her child. You may have heard the popular song, Sweet Mother. When the baby is sick, the mother is also sick. When the baby is afflicted, the mother is also quite afflicted. Therefore, whatsoever will be of benefit to promoting the child's health, good health is of primary importance to the woman so that she can be freed up to pursue her ambitions and aspirations in life. One such remedy is good nutrition. In our episode today, we will hear of good nutrition. There is indeed good nutrition for healthy living for children. The expert will tell us how we can proactively take care of the good health of our children through good nutrition. Please join me. I am Dr. Violet Arene. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and children's health. You may have heard it that women are really tied up with their children in spite of all ambitions and aspirations. If a child is sick or invalidated, the woman is going nowhere. We are privileged to have with us in the studio today an expert who will teach us how to proactively take care of our children's health through good nutrition and other means. It is my pleasure to welcome the expert, Mrs. Helen Ucheya, Children's Health Promoter, the CEO of Optimum Kids Health Club, and a chemist, a scientist. You are very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ma.
It is a pleasure having you here.
All right. Thank you.
If you don't know it, you're very important to us today because the health of children is not one area that children know that is tied up with their ambition for empowerment and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
You will let us know.
Yeah.
Yes. You are a teacher.
Yes.
A coach of mothers on children's healthy living. Tell us, how did you develop this passion?
Okay. This passion came about by just 5 things that God gave me.
Yes.
I noticed that for every human being, God has blessed us with 5 different aspects of us. And when you discover yourself, you'll be able to know the direction you're going to. So I looked at my spiritual gift. I know that I have the zeal to learn. I always crave for knowledge and wisdom, trying to learn new things and things around me. Then with that, I now notice that my heart always yells for the young ones. The children around me, I always look at them, and when I see a child that is sick, I feel bad. Then I have abilities. The abilities I have is that I can actually organize children and talk to them. I can come down to their level. I can speak to any child. Whether you have kata, wherever you have, I can always be with them. So then I notice my personality. I'm very warm. I'm an outgoing person. So with that, children love me a lot. Some of them even call me Auntie Zucchini. Some people call me Auntie Apple. Some of them don't know my name. Yeah, they call me anything they like.
Auntie Apple.
And they say, see, and sometimes when they see me, they run to me and say, Auntie, I brought my apple today. I say, really? What of mine? You know? So we play a lot. And my experiences has really drawn me to this passion. As a child, I was a sickly child. I developed asthma as a child, and that really gave me a whole lot of pressure, and my mom really went through a lot of stress. And I went to study chemistry because I was looking for an active ingredient that I would produce that would stop this problem once and for all. But later I discovered that the answer is in nature.
Thank you.
So I have to go back to nature. So that's what inspired me to do this.
Wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a very interesting story.
Yes.
I know you've gotten over your asthma now.
Yes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And you help other kids to get
over
over
it, yes.
Mothers with children with asthma They will love you,
Yeah.
Helen.
Yes.
I'm sure they are all listening.
Exactly.
Oh, thank God for your life. There's something that is very disturbing today about
Okay.
children's health.
Yeah.
Hitherto, we never heard that children suffered from adult diseases. But we hear of even some teenagers have high blood pressure today.
Exactly.
And some kids have cancer. These are diseases we associate with adults.
Yes.
And some mothers have really been suffering, carrying one child to that place or to the other, even to India. Tell us, what's going on about children's health today generally?
Okay. The cancer and some of the, diseases that are associated with age coming to children at this time is as a result of poor nutrition. There's a whole lot of processed food. In the first place, what is cancer? Cancer is the growth of abnormal cells that block the growth of the normal cells. And when they keep on growing, that can eventually lead to death. So when a child starts growing abnormal cells at that particular age, that means that the body is being fed with the wrong food or the wrong diet.
Food?
Yes.
What do you consider wrong food?
They are artificial food, canned food, food that has very high level of preservatives, sweeteners, colors. They are not natural. Our body came from natural being, and they accept food that are more natural than the artificial ones. So when the body takes in the artificial food, sometimes they can form abnormal cells. It's not something that happens immediately. It can be over a long period of time of consuming such food, and it can result to that. Then for high blood pressure, it's as a result of bad fat blocking the arteries. So you see some children, they are obese. I've seen some children that their body mass index is quite big.
Yes.
So they need to work on themselves. And when a child is being obese at a young child, that child adopts a particular lifestyle because he or she is used to filling up that big tummy. So if you don't work on it, the child grows with it and it becomes a lifestyle for that
Big
child.
tummy?
Yes.
I've seen a child like that.
Yes. So when the child now have a lot of bad fat in the arteries, over time the arteries will become very small. So the transportation of blood will be reduced. So the heart will start working under stress. So that's what high blood pressure causes. And these are all related to nutrition. So good nutrition or good diet leads to a healthy body, while the bad diet leads to a body that is filled with diseases.
This is very interesting. That explains how some children get these adult diseases.
Yes.
But what would you, everybody is listening to us now,
Yeah.
what would you consider a sound diet for a child?
Okay. A sound diet is a diet or a food that contains all the food nutrients in their right proportion. Some people eat the food nutrient, but they eat it in the wrong proportion. Some people may eat more of meat than even the grains. And some people eat the wrong grain. They don't eat whole grain. The grain has gone through a lot of process. So you find out that there's no fiber in that food. So every food has a nutrient. So, and those nutrients are the substances that our body requires for them to grow healthy and strong. So when you are feeding on the wrong diet, that means that the nutrients are not being combined in the right proportion. All other food groups should be there, right there in the plate. There is a program I do for children. I ask them how my plate, I call it my plate project. How does your plate look like?
Yes.
Is your plate colorful? Is it filled with only white? With just a little dot of red, maybe the meat? Or do you have vegetables? You know, the more you have vegetables, it's colorful.
Yes.
So, and we try to put in colors. You know, so when the children eat with a lot of vegetables, and when they want to snack, they don't need to go and start buying artificial food. They can snack with apple or banana. And
What about cakes and biscuits?
actually, they are all processed food. They are not. They shouldn't be a regular food. It should be something that somebody should eat maybe when you don't have any choice. But outside that, it shouldn't be the most preferred food for children.
For children?
Yes.
You can tell that to mothers.
Yes.
Some who fill the lunch box with sandwiches,
Yes.
with biscuits, with cakes,
And some sweet in
and,
drinks.
and lollipop,
Yes, exactly.
and chocolate.
Yes.
you can, in fact, you'll be over here several times to keep teaching us mothers how to take care of our children's health. But I have heard something, maybe you can throw light on it. Is there anything like brain food, and what is it?
Yes, there is. The brain, just like any other organ of the body, needs nourishment.
Yes.
The brain is the soft organ, just like you have the kidney. So every part of our body requires nourishment, up to the skin. So there are brain food. There are food that can actually help the brain to increase its function. And there are food that can also help brain to wake up on time. You know, when you wake up very early, then you find out that sometimes people are dull.
Yes.
But when you eat a particular food, it will help your brain to wake up and function properly. And remember that brain is the center of all, is the powerhouse. It coordinates every nerves, when you're seeing is as a result of interpretation of brain. So the eyes doesn't work without the brain. The hands, it's only when the brain receives an information that it's time to lift it up, that's when your hand can lift. So without any reception, the brain can't function. So we should nurture it and take care of the brain, because I'm not saying it's the most vital part. Every part of the body is vital, but it's an important part of the body.
But is there any particular food or diet regime that can promote intelligence?
Exactly, Jara. There are two basic things that our brain needs. The brain needs oxygen. Transportation of oxygen. Okay. And that's why when you see when a baby is born, the doctor is worried when that baby is not crying, because it's the oxygen that is being transported. If that baby does not cry and that oxygen is not being transported, that baby can turn a vegetable just for that. So you see the nurses, they try to hit that child so that the child will cry, and they will pump in oxygen to the brain instantly. So our brain is constantly in need of oxygen. Our brain is constantly in need of natural glucose. I'm not talking about the glucose in the market.
Natural
glucose, yes, so which comes in form of fruits.
Oh, fruits.
And vegetables. The fruits have a lot of glucose. And banana is one brain food because it has a lot of vitamins. Even any other fruit has vitamins, but banana is very good for the brain because it has a higher level of sugar, which is the natural glucose that the brain requires. So banana is good for children. It helps the brain. Then nuts, cashew nuts, and peanuts. Let me just talk about the one we have available. I don't want to start calling almond or hazelnut because we don't have them readily available.
Yes.
So let me just speak our language.
Yes.
Something like peanut or cashew nut is very rich in vitamin E, and that means that it has very high level of omega-3, and our brain appreciates such.
Wonderful.
So peanut and cashew nut is also another one of. Then any leafy green vegetables is perfect for the brain. And our brain also loves whole grain, like Quaker oats. I always advise you, I say in the morning you must take cereal. Cereal helps your brain to work faster. So you can't go and eat amala and ewedu in the morning. It's too heavy. So you must look for something light that will help your brain to, catch up with the glucose that it needs for that day.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
And to come in, white or refined sugar is not really good. You know, some people say, I went to a place to buy some. One said, this biscuit is really nice. It has a lot of sugar. Children need sugar. I said, what kind of sugar do you think children need? The sugar that children need is enough in fruits. So you don't need to go and take white sugar just because you feel the brain needs glucose. That's not the sugar. If you do it, it's going to lead to hyperactivity. See children jumping from one place. It's because they have excess sugar. So they become excess sugar. So it will lead to nervousness and they start, misbehaving.
This is really enlightening, very educative. If women are careless about their children's good health, does it affect their marriage or their life aspirations? Have you had any experience as to this?
Yes. The ill health of a child in a home affects a woman in every ramification, both your spiritual life, your physical life, your career, your marriage, even the love of the younger children, because all attention will be directed to that sick one. So the other children will be neglected. And then the career base. Imagine if you're working and every day you keep telling your boss, I'm going to the hospital. The boss will get tired and say, you're the only one that has children.
Yes.
And psychologically on the side of the woman is going to affect her.
Wonderful.
It can even lead to depression. And even her husband may lose interest in her. Just because of pressure coming as a result of that sick child. So it's not good. It can lead to dysfunctional home.
So actually what is coming out here is that in spite of all our activism, for empowerment and so on and so forth, parity of opportunities, there is a condition that must be taken care of.
Yes.
And that is our children's health.
Exactly.
Because if they are sick, we are going nowhere.
Exactly. And I also advise women that you shouldn't leave the life of your children in a caregiver's hand. God gave you those children to take care of them and not for you to get one housemaid. And if at all there's a need for you to have a housemaid, then train that housemaid and tell them, this is what I want my children to feed on. Don't go for fast food. Don't go for the easier options. Our parents in the village, they gave us the best, and that's why none of us had such diseases at a very young age. But if you put in your best for your children, when they grow, you're going to reap from it. But if you don't do that, it will still bounce back to you.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you. You are invaluable to us in the Voice of Eve.
Thank you.
You have brought enlightened of a very critical dimension. Our children's health is vital to the woman's progress and success.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Voice of Eve. Our topic today is women and children's health. We are bringing before us a very sensitive subject, children's health, which is key to women's success in their ambitions and aspirations. Please join us as we hear from some experts how we can proactively take care of our children's health to free us up, to go up there. I have here Mrs. Anne Humadu, an accountant and a project manager of the Optimum Kids Health Club. Anne, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much, Ma.
It's a pleasure having you here today. And I have Tina Modi, educationist and also a trainer in the Optimum Kids Health Club.
Thank you, Ma.
You are both welcome. Thank God for Optimum Kids Health Club, bringing us back to a reality. Take care of your children's health. Anne, do you think that women are sufficiently aware of the critical nature of children's health to their success and aspirations in life?
No, I do not think that women are sufficiently aware of the importance of having healthy children.
Yes.
Of importance of having children who are well fed nutritionally, because women basically a lot of times just follow tradition, what their parents did, how their parents raised them, and everybody just feels that, okay, that's how my mother did it, so it should be okay. But people should, mothers especially, should seek knowledge, try to gain information on how to feed their children with good nutritional diets that will keep them healthy and save them from hospital visits and enable them to have time to do other things they desire to do.
Do you think that the problem with bad nutrition, which we hear so much about, is a problem of poverty, that is not having money? Is it?
Okay, I would say that it is not really poverty that leads to poor nutrition. In reality, from our research, we have found out that it's even more among the wealthy. Because what do we mean by a proper nutrition is when you feed the body with living food. Because this is a living body, it needs a living food. And most times, the food you see around the wealthy, packaged food, canned food, and sometimes they are the ones you see that go to eateries to buy food for lunch for their children to take to school. A poor man can't do that because doesn't have the money for those expensive things. So I would say that it's more among the wealthy. But at the same time too, the poor also have some level of it, because you also need a little money to also eat well. But the predominant factor there is not on money, but it's on information. So whether you are rich or whether you are poor, what you need is to be properly informed on how to feed your children, give them nutritional food so that they could grow up well and have a healthy life and future.
Yes, thank you. Anne, how much role do you think habit and regular practice plays, and tradition, especially traditional food, in the quality of diet for children in Nigeria?
I think that traditional foods play a great role because they are not processed. They are things you get from the market. You know, you can prepare them the way you want. They are not canned, they don't have preservatives. You know, these are things that are readily available. You know, so it's important that, you know, just give a thought. Just think about the food you're eating. Is it balanced? Look at it. Does it have the right quantity of the carbohydrate, the protein, the vitamins that a child needs?
Thank you, Anne. Tina, how should a woman be to be able to be a diet disciplinarian in the home?
Okay. Actually, when it comes to diet, it doesn't need so much of to be a disciplinarian or something like that.
Yeah.
What you just need to do is to find a way to make the children to enjoy healthy eating. You know, sometimes, you know, children, they love colors. Okay, like if you could make the food a little bit colorful, as per like adding some varieties of fruits and vegetables in their meal, it will attract them. Another way again is some children, you know, maybe they don't like a particular food. You don't just have to use a cane or use a big stick, so you must finish it. There are better ways, you know. For example, if a child does not love something and you know it's good for the child, what you will do is you will reserve another gift that he likes so much. And after the child, when you finish his vegetable, I'm going to give you a gift. So the child has this mind that I want to eat that thing. I want to take what my mommy has for me. So the child will finish what you have before him and he will not take the gift. So you have achieved your purpose. So what we, or mothers, what we need to do is to find a way to make healthy eating interesting to children.
Very good.
Make it very interesting. So they will love it. They'll just flow with it. And at the same time again, to also have this mind that some parents will say, my child, he doesn't like this, he doesn't like this. It's not really true. Because a child does not really have the mind of their own. They don't really have their own mind like that. So what a parent should do is that from day one, when the child starts eating, start inculcating it from the beginning.
Yes.
Like when you're giving a child food, don't just give them fried rice and chicken.
They love that. Fried rice.
They love it. Children, because it's easy.
Well, fried chicken.
Yes, because yes. So what you now do is that you now make a little salad to go with the fried rice and chicken, you know. And in the morning, you can make juice for the children. You know, make a cup of juice for them. Extract the juice yourself, not packaged juice. I'm talking about natural juice. Okay, so there are many ways you can just before the day runs out, feed your child with living food, but in different ways and pattern. So it's just a thing of knowing what to do and how to do it.
Thank you, wonderful enlightenment. Do you have testimonies to give us as to some of the salvages you did in the Kids Health Club?
Yes.
Did you turn around any sick kid or, you know, restore joy to an afflicted mom?
Well, not exactly turning around, but we changed habits.
You changed habits.
Yes. There's a program we do, which is the Health Week. And that week, we work in conjunction with the school. And the parents are informed that no child should bring any packaged, processed food to school. So they bring homemade meals and fruits for snacking. So for a whole week, the children are made to eat fruits and homemade meals. That way the parents know what they are giving to their children, not things that they do not know the content, you know. And the children are able to have that habit for a week. And then progressively, you see that the children now enjoy eating fruits. They enjoy eating vegetables. They know, and you keep talking to them about the importance of this thing. A carrot, instead of you to eat like a biscuit, you take a carrot. Instead of you to eat sweet, you take an apple, and little by little, the thing grows, the habit grows, and the children know that they have to have fruits and vegetables every day.
Let women out there watching hear your precise advice to women about their children's nutrition, which is tied to the good health of the children.
Parents, like mothers, from day one of conception, that's when they're taking, they should be on a healthy diet, from the beginning. And at the same time too, when the child is born, they also start with also healthy diet.
It is very clear from what we are saying that if our children are not healthy, we are going nowhere.
That is true.
Women, let us beware. This is a very critical subject. Thank you, ladies, for your contributions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank God for Optimum Kids Club, Health Club.
Thank you, ma'am.
We will hear more of you
Yes.
as we delve into the subject of good nutrition and health for children.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you.
God bless
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Let's
Well, viewers, you have had it all. Children's well-being and good health are tied up with a woman's progress and success. This is a new challenge for us women to begin today to take care of our children's good health, and the remedy is simple: good nutrition and the closer to nature as much as possible. Even the happiness of marriage, the longevity of women, and peace of everyone is tied up with the children's good health. Thank you for watching, and thank you for learning.